Okay, the PDF or the presentation that I put online, you guys can see more or less how we begin, and I go step by step. But to begin the bottom of the basket, which is like this, right? We're going to do 4 and 4 and then begin weaving like a snake. So I asked you guys to make many sticks because, trust me, you're going to be using plenty of them. But in the beginning, we are going to need at least 8. And these 8 sticks, right now, what you're going to do with these 8 sticks is you're going to take 2 sticks, glue them together, okay? And then once you've glued them together, you now have a very long rod that you're going to need. Now, those long rods, you're going to need 4 long rods going one way and 4 the other way. Okay, so that's 8 sticks, but in reality, it's 16. Because each one of these is comprised of 2 rods glued together. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Now, just for the demonstration, I'm not going to glue them both together because it would not fit in here and we can't see. First thing you're going to do is put them together evenly like a nice plus sign, just like that. And what I suggest is, you don't have to use glue, but we're going to use glue in here because every time we're moving the baskets around, it's just going to come apart. Alright? So what you're going to do is you're going to smush it down a little bit like this, flatten it a little bit. Then you're going to take it off and you're going to put a little bit of glue. Remember, it's not supposed to be, you're going to put some glue. It's not about withstanding a hurricane. It's just about being able to move it around the classroom without damage. So as soon as I can get some glue working, here we go. Notice I am not globbering it all over the place. This is not maple syrup on pancakes. Okay? Please do not use my glue like maple syrup on pancakes. And don't eat it. Okay, so now I've got that down. I've got it in there. I'm going to let it dry. And the first, one of the things you're going to do before cleanup, and I'm going to explain to you how you're going to write your name. So we have to let this dry for a little bit, right? And let's see. And what we're going to do is we're going to take this. I don't want to work with the top rods. I want to work with the bottom rods. So I'm going to take this, turn it this way, and I am going to take on the right side. If you're left-handed, do the left side, and you're going to go a different route. But if you're right-handed, take the right side, the right rod, and the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take this one right here, okay, on the far right, and you're going to bend it over. Now, yeah, you could do this, but you're going to have to go a little bit to the side. Then make that fold. Smash it down a little bit, squish it. Make that fold. Now, I have to go that way. And I can see already that I'm running out here, so let me go ahead and glue. Let me add, because I did, this is why you have to start off with the long rods. Okay, let me put that in there, so that way it is fairly long. Okay, this could be tricky. Let's try it this way. There we go. Alright, now, one of the things is this. If I have to go that way, yeah, I can go like this and twist it like that. Or I could just simply flatten this out and just go ahead and do a 45-degree turn like this. You see this? See what I just did? So I'm going to do that, smush it, but now I'm going to lift these up and I'm going to, go right underneath it, turn it that way, and there we go. All right, so we're going to create like a buckle. Now, I went over 4, I'm going to go under 4, and now I'm going to go over 4. So again, I could go like this, no big deal, that's fine too, or I could kind of crease it right there and try to do a nice 45-degree angle fold. Doesn't matter. Smush it, smush it. And now I am right here. Okay? And make it tight. Don't make it loose. Make it tight. Pull it up. Make it tight. Now, I am going to crease this over here. It makes it easy on me. Crease it. But I'm not going to go over. I'm not going to go under this. I am now, if I went over, I am now going to begin opening these guys up. Okay? I'm going to open this like it's a little sun with rays coming out, or a flower, or a spider, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to start opening this up, and I'm going to open this up. Alright? And what's going to happen is, so I took this stick out, I went over 4, under 4, over 4, and now I'm going to go under 1, over 1, under 1, over 1, and then, so I went under, so now I'm going to go, let me make that crease right there. Now I'm going to go, I went under, I'm going to go over, then I'm going to go under, then over, then I'm going to go again here, under, so now I'm going to go over. What you want to do too is keep these guys open. If you don't keep them open, then it's just not going to really work out very well. So you want to keep those rods open as you're weaving this. And at times you're going to feel like it's going to take at least 3 or 4 hands, right? You know, or more fingers. But you know, just do your best. And so here we go. Now, if you have an odd number of rods, because you took one and made one the snake that goes around, you should be fine. It should start checkering. See? Now, over here, this is where the test is. So I went over 4 rods, then under, over, 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 under, and now over here, when I go over, perfect, because this one is under. If I made a mistake, I would be doing this, and this is what we don't want, this. Look at that. Now I have under, under, over, over, under, under. That's not it. You need to do this. It needs to lock like that. It needs to lock. If it's not doing that and it's doing this, that's not locking. 2 unders and 2 overs like this, not locking. This is locking. Okay? So I'm doing good. I've got an odd number of rods here. And this is what I mean by all the sticks we had to make. And keep trying to keep these guys over. We don't want these large gap spaces, so we always want to kind of weave this way. Now you can see that the snake, or the rod that's weaving, this one, the weaving rod, it's going to need some food, some more. And that's where you come in and you put some glue and you add to it. You put a little bit of glue there and you add to it, hold it, and then keep weaving around. So we're going to keep doing that. You're going to keep doing that. And at some point, yes, you may grab one of these buckets and put it on there to help you go downward like this and weave. Or you could just simply understand that you can keep weaving, but at some point you're going to have to make this tight. And you could do that by, for instance, if I want to make these go up, I would have to hold it like this. I can also, at some point, take all the sticks, kind of put a rubber band like this, and start weaving and weaving. And then I can let go of the rubber band and then open them up. So this is how you can go out, in, out, in. I'll talk more about that later, but for now I'd like everybody to at least get a nice base about that big, you know. And when we do cleanup, it's very, very important that on the bottom, you write with marker your name, first and last name, and the period. Very important, because guess what? Yours is going to look like everybody else's, and it's going to be very difficult.